In this video, we're going to talk about ancient Egypt. But before we do that, remember to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our awesome videos. Thanks. Now let's get started. Ancient Egypt is one of the oldest civilizations in the world. It began in the year 3100 BC with the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt under King Minos. The civilization lasted for over 3,000 years until the Roman conquest in 30 BC. Ancient Egypt was located in the northeastern part of Africa along the River Nile. It is now divided into three regions: Upper Egypt, Lower Egypt, and the Delta. The capital city was Cairo. The ancient Egyptians were polytheistic, meaning they believed in many gods. They worshipped a pantheon of gods and goddesses, including Ra, the sun god, Osiris, the god of the underworld, and Isis, the goddess of magic. The ancient Egyptians kept their religious practices and beliefs very secret. And it wasn't until much later that the Greeks and Romans began to adopt Egyptian gods and goddesses into their own pantheons. Ancient Egypt was a highly centralized state with a strong pharaoh as the head of both religious and political authority. Pharaohs were considered to be divine rulers, and they held absolute power over their subjects. The pharaoh was assisted by a group of officials who carried out his will and administered the kingdom. The government was responsible for maintaining order, collecting taxes, and providing for the needs of the people. The ancient Egyptians kept detailed records of their history using a system of hieroglyphics. They wrote on papyrus, a type of paper made from the papyrus plant, and they used ink made from black or red ochre. Their writing system consisted of pictures and symbols that represented words or sounds. Hieroglyphics were used to record everything from religious texts to business transactions. The economy of ancient Egypt was based on agriculture. The fertile soil along the Nile River allowed the Egyptians to grow crops such as wheat, barley, and flax. They also kept livestock, including cows, sheep, and goats. The ancient Egyptians were skilled traders, and they exported goods such as papyrus, linen, and ivory. They also had a strong mining industry, and they were able to acquire gold, silver, and copper. Ancient Egyptian society was highly stratified, with the pharaoh at the top of the social hierarchy. Below the pharaoh were the priests, nobles, and government officials. The majority of the population were farmers and laborers. Slavery was also widespread in ancient Egypt, and slaves were often used in the construction of pyramids and other large projects. The ancient Egyptians were known for their impressive architecture. They built huge pyramids as tombs for their pharaohs, and they also constructed temples and other religious buildings. The most famous Egyptian pyramids are the Giza pyramid and the Great Sphinx. The ancient Egyptians were also skilled engineers, and they developed advanced technologies for their time period. They invented a type of plow that allowed farmers to cultivate more land, and they also developed a system of irrigation that helped to distribute water from the Nile River. The ancient Egyptians believed that the afterlife was similar to the life they lived on earth. After death, the soul, or Ka, would go on to live in the afterlife. The Egyptians mummified their dead so that the body would be preserved and the soul could return to it. Mummies were often buried with treasures and offerings for the afterlife. Ancient Egypt had a profound influence on the ancient world. Its culture, art, and religion spread to other civilizations through trade and conquest. The ancient Egyptians were some of the first people to develop a written language, and their system of hieroglyphics influenced later writing systems. So what do you think? What's your favorite thing about ancient Egypt? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our awesome videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.